New government numbers out this morning could confirm what a lot of people already believe, that the economy, not only is it bad, but it's getting worse.
Take a look at this, guys. A huge tree right in front of this house just uprooted last night. So with glass still on the road out here, investigators are done on the scene. Their work now is in the office and trying to talk to this suspect who is in jail right now. They call it the easy bloom because it's supposed to be super easy to use. And for the most part, it is. You just find a spot where you want to grow some plants, take the easy bloom, and stick it in the ground. This is the kind of thing that you see in a movie and you say, there's no way that happens in real life. But it does, and it did. You can see the damage down here, but if you go upstairs, you can see more. Take a look. You can see cracks in the concrete up here. So we all know those radio DJ guys can be a bit nuts. But sitting in 20,000 seats? Why in the world would anybody do this? He says it's worth it because it's all for a great cause.
Steven, let's drink our chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk. Okay. In training to Steven. There we go. Time now, 8:26. That was a bad idea, drinking right before our teeth here. Good morning, everybody. It is 4:55 right now. It is Wednesday, March 25th. Hope you're having a good week. We're halfway through it. Yeah. Well, you know what's scaring a lot of people in general is just the home market. But this news that's coming out saying that prices have gone up for the first time in a year. Should we be celebrating? Winter didn't get the memo that it's now spring.
I guess not.
Yeah.
We should resend that memo.
I guess.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Damon. All right, checking your news this morning. Wow, what a mess yesterday up by the U. A natural gas leak in Salt Lake forcing the evacuation of thousands of people. This morning, though, the good news is that Trax is back online and the U is set to open back up. This is the kind of thing that you see in a movie and you say, there's no way that happens in real life. But it does, and it did. DEA agents from Utah posed as members of an international drug cartel and brought part of it down. Thieves steal thousands of dollars worth of school technology from a Provo elementary school. Police say at least 2 people broke into Amelia Earhart Elementary. If you've been to the Hogle Zoo, you've probably seen this guy, Mookie. He's one of their longtime friends, and they had to say goodbye to him this week. He's a western lowland gorilla. He was euthanized after a long battle with aggressive cancer. All right, so the men's basketball teams here in Utah couldn't get past the first round. The Lady Utes did exactly that. Now they were in the second round, facing a pretty tough game. And the national television spotlight was on the Jazz last night as they took on the Rockets in a pretty late game. First quarter, Rockets, unselfish, run our test with a nice bounce pass to Yao Ming, the tall guy. Right on. A big game for the Jazz because the Houston Rockets, always their foe in the conference.
Yeah, they're frenemies or whatever you want to call them.
Frenemies?
No,
like Damon's our frenemy today, right?
Yeah.
The snow is not as heavy as it was earlier, but you can tell that it definitely left its mark. We are in Holiday. Take a look. We got a good probably 6 inches, maybe more of snow. A lot of this thick, heavy snow, and a lot of people waking up and having to deal with it, having to shovel it. But I'll believe it or not, most people we talked with said, no big deal. Yesterday's 60-degree temperatures might have thrown some people off, but it's clear this morning that winter is back.
Kind of get environmental whiplash with warm one day, snow the next.
Shoveling this mess. Many people spent all morning cleaning up the snow.
It's mucky and mushy and wet.
This stuff's, heavier and a little harder to deal with, especially with a shovel.
Most people say, you know what, they're not surprised. This is Utah, and this is how it goes. But could this be the last winter blast?
No, this is Utah. It's only February. We still have March and April and sometimes into May.
Plenty more snowstorms to come, according to her. The good news is that for the most part, most of the roads seem to be cleared off by now. A lot of slush left over, as you see in this road here in Holiday. Now we go to Nineveh. She is on the north side of the valley, keeping tabs on things there. The car actually ended up right here. You can see some of the markings on the ground here from the police. The back of the car over here, the front of the car right up here on the sidewalk. Crazy situation. Take a look here. This retaining wall got hit by this car. Lots of damage there. The good thing in all of this, of all the 6 kids, no one is expected to end up with serious injuries. That's good, but you can imagine they went through quite an ordeal yesterday.
When I fell off, I landed on my leg and my shoes fell off, and that's how I got hurt.
He was one of 6 kids hit by a car while walking home from school. He says the driver did not seem to want to stop.
He was accelerating farther he went, running people over.
Some kids jumped on the hood to avoid being run over. neighbors watched in disbelief.
They would come up the road, kids riding on the hood, 2 kids riding on the hood.
Police say this guy, 50-year-old Luka Wal Kang, was behind the wheel. He's in jail this morning, charged with 10 counts of aggravated assault with a vehicle. As to why exactly he did this, investigators say they're still trying to figure that out.
They're just not understanding why a vehicle would drive, and then once it's striking children on the sidewalk, why it would continue to drive, which obviously is very concerning to us.
So with glass still on the road out here, investigators are done on the scene. Their work now is in the office and trying to talk to the suspect who is in jail right now. They say he didn't appear to be drunk, he didn't appear to be on drugs. They don't think there was a medical emergency. Again, all 6 kids expected to recover, one of them with fairly serious injuries, but expected to be okay. Dan, Gary, back to you.